Good morning, folks. Yes, hot August weather continues. There's not a lot of change in sight for us. The only change is actually fewer clouds. You know, a couple of days ago we had that stormy weather out west, but now that's gone and higher pressures building in. So that means more sun. The temperature goes up maybe 2 or 3 degrees, and a sprinkle or two is possible. We're stuck in that pattern. It's going to be like that at least through the weekend, through next week, maybe 2 weeks. All right. Otherwise, we've got stormy weather headed for the East Coast, and the West Coast has a very interesting pattern. We've got some video to show you. We talked about the wildfires out on the West Coast. Well, this is Seattle. And if you've ever been to Seattle, it usually has the most beautiful air, crisp and cool off the Pacific Ocean. They had smog advisories yesterday because of all the pollution that's building up because of the fires. And most of that is smoke. And so they're telling people to stay indoors in a place where usually the air is really good to breathe, but it is not good to breathe there because everything is sort of hanging around this area. The good news is some storms are beginning to move, and within 5 days that hopefully will be cleared out. Well, the tropics are getting rather interesting. Here we have Lane. This is a storm right here in the Pacific. The problem is it's forecast to strengthen to a big storm and then move right through the same thing that Hector did. So if it stays 300 miles south, great. If it moves north, Hawaii's got a problem. Now on our side of the world, the Atlantic, we now have an invest area. This is an area that they're investigating. It is not a tropical depression yet. It is not even a named storm. Nonetheless, it is forecast to move into the Caribbean. You see it right about here, very low, very far south. That's where the warmer water is. Now, if it gets into the Caribbean, ordinarily we'd get really worried, and there's no reason to worry yet because the shear or the winds opposing the storm are going to be very strong in the Caribbean. So that it stays together all the way to Yucatan is very, very slim chance right now. But as I mentioned, Invest 99 has developed and nothing moves in the Atlantic without us talking about it. All right, 95 today and then 96 over the weekend. And then we're looking for hot and steamy weather. Now, early next week, we get a little break in the high pressure, and that drops our temperature a bit and hopefully gives us a few little clouds to hide behind. Well, your 7-day forecast is brought to you by NEC Co-op Energy and